Of November 2025. Wow. My name is Chris Stevens. I'm the president of Uncle Dan's Salad Dressings, Dips, and Seasonings. I'm kind of the creator of the Incubator Wednesday for Heart of Business. This has been one of those steadfast things we've been doing for about 4 or 5 years now. And, you know, the group has changed here through time, but I think we have a really cool core group of people. And if you've never been to one of our events before, our Wednesday mornings, what's unique about this opportunity is it's not like any other networking group you've been a part of. All right. This is something where you can bring problems in, business problems in, you can share them. The group can help dissect. You're going to find really good leadership in this group. You're going to find really good support in this group. And if you're new here, I welcome you to see Crystal when we're done at the end here. Give her your name, contact information so she can keep you plugged into the system so you know what events we're doing, what we've got going on when. So please, if you haven't done this before, I invite you to try it a couple, 3 times. Just don't come once. Come a couple, 3 times, get a feel for it, because we do change it up every week. Today we've got member spotlights where we're going to have individual members stand up and do a semi-deep dive on what it is they do and what they bring to the table. We're going to put them on 15-minute time limits. We don't have, Leon's not here today, so we don't have to worry about any run over. Anyway, with that, I'm going to introduce some of our board members. We have Sean Hoskin of Creative Tech Solutions. He's the man back there behind the camera. He's not a videographer, but he does know that technical industry and technical side of it really well. If you're setting up a stereo system in your home or internet connections or anything like that, he's the dude you want to talk to. Hal Ebel, right back here with Euro Global Nutrition. He's our HOB Vice President. Crystal Hoskin down there with CLR Bookkeeping and Beyond. She runs a fantastic bookkeeping business, and she likes to say that she likes to do the things that you hate. So, and I can personally attest to that. Michael Christensen with Christensen Wealth and Wellness. I'm not sure if he's back today or not. Cody Fensky with Fensky Realty. I'll go back to him in a minute. Leo Brunny with Quality Imaging Supplies. And then Lynn Knapp with the Hitching Post, formerly of the Hitching Post, everybody's favorite mom. And if you need a good lift me up hug, if you need a good lift me up hug, Lynn's a good girl to give you a hug. All right, so she'll give you a good positive lift. 3 rules we promote: we serve others first, we play nice with no drama. This isn't an episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City or Hip Hop Atlanta. And then we promote our businesses, but we don't be pushy. So anyway, Wednesday mornings are always free. Becoming a member has a few nice perks. For only $75, I was looking at 79 and I said 75. $79 a year, you get to become a member. You get your name listed on the website and our directory. You're allowed to post weekly in our Facebook group. Most importantly, it helps support our unique networking opportunity called Heart of Business. And for more information, see one of the board members or go see Crystal. That's probably, I'm just keep pointing at Crystal because she's the one that's going to end up with it anyway. Now we're going to have business spotlights. So we have 3 members for business spotlights. We have Nick Jarvis, Ellie Tashkova. Did I say that right, Ellie? Tashkova? Okay. And Samuel Ingram. Samuel, you're next.
Good morning. How many of you worked on a Word document or something similar for like 30 minutes, an hour, and then it just poof disappears? How many? Yeah. How many went to go print a very important document? You're trying to rush out the door and you hit print. Printer's like, nah, not gonna do it. Yes, exactly. Unfortunately, that's what computers do. It should not be that way. Should not. Now, imagine if you have 10 employees and all 10 of them have that issue. Think about the payroll, especially the 2 bookkeepers in here. Think about how much payroll that is. Your clients can't get the job done that they're supposed to get done, and it's costing your business a lot of money. Able to squash those bugs as quickly as possible, and that's what we do. At TechCare 360, we definitely focus on people first. We're a people first company. You've heard it from the first 2 speakers here already. Is their focus on the people? They love connecting with people. They love solving problems for people. We're the same way. We find those problems, those bugs, we smash them, and we make you and your business more productive, which in turn saves you money, especially on payroll, right? We also want to keep you safe, and we keep you safe by having tools in place. For example, password managers, keeping your passwords safe, keeping them unique, keeping them long, right? We want to be as safe as possible. We want to have two-factor on everything. We want a password and another factor. Things that are kind of coming to fruition now is single sign-on, meaning you don't even have a password. You log into something and then you just approve it on your phone because it's something you have, and we all know that it has Face ID anyway, so it knows that it is you unless someone tricks it. But anyway, that's a different story. Also keeping you safe is training. Spotting those phishing emails, because you don't want to just allow someone to have your password freely because they said, hey, there's an invoice due, put in your email and your password to see your invoice, and boom, they have your password and they don't tell you about it, and they start emailing your vendors asking for money. Tell me how I know. Or asking me how I know. So, keeping you safe, keeping you productive, keeping your employees productive, right? Finding solutions that aren't enterprise level, finding solutions that are cheaper than enterprise level. That's what we do. Totally lost my train of thought. So there's a lot of things we do, and I could go on forever about all the things we do. But just to kind of give you a general idea, is we do IT support and cybersecurity prevention and help. So IT support, that's that personal connection. We have a help desk. You can email or text or call or whatever, however you want to communicate with us, that's totally fine. And we're just there to help you and help you through those things. And then cybersecurity is that other piece for, I mentioned already, keeping you safe, all those tools. There's many, many more, and I won't bore you with all the details because it's boring, honestly, but it's really exciting for me because I'm a nerd. I just kind of want to tell you my ideal client, just so you can be looking out, because also Nick mentioned what's my ideal, who am I looking for? Referrals are the best way. The word of mouth, the more I can teach you about how I do what I do for a small business, the better it is for you guys to refer us. And we appreciate that very much. Ideal customer is pretty much from 5 users. And when I say users, like employees who are in front of a computer. We do have manufacturing customers who have like 6 people in the office and 10 people in the warehouse. That still counts. So those 5 people in the warehouse, so 5 to like 100 at the most. So we're not quite 300, and as a small business, typically they have internal IT, but that's okay too. We can actually partner with companies who are bigger and be kind of another support for the people who work internal in the IT department as well, because they need to go on vacation and they do get sick every once in a while. So we're there to kind of help and augment and help them in what they do. But 5 to 100-ish employees, people who are in front of a computer all day. Insurance agencies, it could be lawyers, dentists, healthcare, you name it. We're in lots of industries. Manufacturing, so we're in a lot of those kinds of industries. So, and companies who are frustrated with their IT, or they have someone who shouldn't be doing IT but are, like the business owner or the cousin's friend's aunt twice removed or something. I don't know. It's always like a family member. I'm getting a good deal and he works for Google and he helps us sometimes. It's not a good solution because they'll only call nights and weekends to fix things, and then you're SOL during the week. So any of those kinds of clients who are looking for that kind of support. So there you go. Any questions? Any AI questions? Apparently that's what we're talking about. No, it's good.
You have questions? Let me
Yes.
check with ChatGPT and ask.
Please, can you ask ChatGPT what a good question?
Yeah. 2 parts. Do you do internet and Wi-Fi, and do you also do consumer homes? Like, would I recommend you to my sister, who's maybe just running a business out of her home and it's just her, but she wants to protect her home? Do you do that as well, or do you focus mainly on businesses?
So the first question is internet and Wi-Fi. I do not supply internet. I'm not an ISP, internet service provider, but we do help with Wi-Fi for businesses. They have kind of unique Wi-Fi kind of problems sometimes, depending. So we have solutions, especially when they're in a big warehouse. Like we did a baseball stadium once. So they're like, we want Wi-Fi for the people who come and sit in the stadium, and we want Wi-Fi for the vendors who come and set up booths, and we want Wi-Fi for the staff who walk around. So we had to support over 3,000 people in a stadium and their vendors and all the POS systems and blah, 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 blah. It was a pain. But businesses have some unique issues that we need to solve in those situations. But I digress. So yes, we do. For homes, it depends on the home. Probably bigger homes, or we also have an RV park that we do Wi-Fi for, which is kind of a unique situation. So if we cover 5 acres of Wi-Fi for all the people who come in their RV, and it's all backed by Starlink on the other end. So we kind of help them design and implement those. Home users, if it's a single user, that's totally fine. We have something called Security Essentials, where we talked about that safety. If you're a single solopreneur, that's totally fine. It's really, really cheap. It's like $40 a month, give or take, depending on what your needs are. And then we just bill you for any services on top of that. Now, if you are working from your home, no problem. We'll help you with that if you're a client of ours. If they just need, my Susie's printer doesn't work, we don't work with home users on that, unfortunately. It's just a big time waste for us. So we like to serve businesses specifically because we like to sit down and talk to business owners about what are your unique needs and how can we help you solve those? What are your goals and how can we help you solve those as well? So.
But it seemed like what you were saying is if you have a large company that's a firm or corporation and they have an IT already in, you can come alongside and support that in areas that maybe they're not able to.
Typically you see big firms like over 100 employees. So you have like 150, 200 employees, usually multiple locations or just one big location. They'll have 1 or 2 or 3 guys internal in an IT department, right? The thing about those guys is they're really good about their system. They're really good at it because they work with it every single day. When they branch outside of that, they're kind of dumb when it gets beyond that to not be nice about it. But that's where we come in, is we see all sorts of environments, right? Because we have over 50 clients. So we've seen a whole broad range of this unique situation, this unique software, this unique server, whatever. And then we can help them with that because, they introduced a new thing and it broke and they don't know how to fix it because they work with just this. And now it's this new thing over here. What do we do with this?
And I'm sure you come in and go, yeah, that was a dumb mistake.
Yeah, I was like, I've seen this a bajillion times. And they're like, So it just makes it easier for them.
Awesome. Thanks, David.
Thank you.